ora!
Nau mai hoki mai te iwi, welcome back to Rangai, our beautiful studio here in Turanga Health. We have an awesome show lined up for everyone, but before we start, we must start our karakia timatanga me inoi tātou. He honore, he kororia ki te atua, he maunga rongo ki te whenua, he whakaaro pai ki ngā tāngata katoa. Āmene. Kei ngā maunga whakahi, kei ngā waituku kiri, kei ngā mātawaka o te motu, ka nui rā te mihi. Ko arohea pewhairangi tōku ingoa?
Ko te awariki la deli tōku ingoa. And so on today's episode, we have a very special lineup for you. So we've got a few special guests. So first up, we're going to be talking to the Wiz. We're going to then be talking to Alex from What's Up Rangatahi. And finally, we're going to be talking to Rehette Stoltz, our Mayor of Gisborne. So it's a bit of a lineup, yeah.
Are you excited?
I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm super excited.
Yes. I'm excited to get straight into this first one too.
So, kia ora.
Kia ora kōrua, kia ora.
Nau mai haere mai ki he tangata. How are you today?
Oh, kei te pai. Kei te oro tonu. You're still alive, you know, feeling good. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Alive,
yeah.
Cool. So we have Walter the Wiz here from Turanga Health, here to talk to us about a bit about the kaupapa kaumatua program. So how's that going for our kaumatua?
Well, so as I'm the facilitator for the Turanga Health Kaumatua program, I sort of look after about 200 to 300 kaumatua, making sure that they, you know, getting involved with our community. I organise events for them. We go to different places, you know. We have social events. I bring in entertainers, just to get them out of the house and get to mingle with other kaumatua within our region. And I think COVID has taken a big hit to them. Over the last few weeks, I've been doing virtual presentations. Normally, we would organise, our team at Turanga Health would organise pickups, phone calls to see if they're coming, and then we'd meet at a venue, and they would sing along, and we'd run through a whole day program. But being in the virtual space has been a bit hard for them because you know, they're missing that kanohi ki te kanohi sort of thing. So it's been pretty hard for them to get out and meeting with someone. We're just hoping that you know, next year or come the 30th of December or so, when we go to the Orange, we can actually get to meet them when we go back next year in 2022 to get them face to face again. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been hard for them to get used to the COVID-19 space. So what we'll be doing is educating them online about where Turanga Health has been doing in the vaccination space. So I know that as of the 10th of December, Turanga Health alone have done about 11,945 vaccinations within our region. Wow. But since that 10th of December, there has been a bit more that's been done. So we've, of course, reached the 90% for the first vax, about 87%, I think, maybe another 3,000 odd that needs to be done to get to that second fully vax to make us 90% for both. So, yeah.
Not too far away.
Yeah.
No, not too far away at all.
So how are our kaumatua coping with all of this?
Well, strangely, they're actually, you know, used to it. It's about information, keeping them informed on what's happening within our region, you know, because they don't like to be left in the dark. And some of them are quite anxious. So delivering a virtual program to them, so giving them updates on what we're doing for vaccinations, where they can access their vaccine passes, that sort of stuff, you know. So I've been giving them information, because a lot of our kaumatua don't have a computer.
True.
You know, they don't have the internet.
Yeah.
You know, they're old school, you know, like the old dial-up phone sort of thing, you know. They don't know. Some of them, we're still trying to teach them how to use phones, that sort of stuff. But keeping them informed about where can they access their vaccine pass. So I did a big job of phoning all the pharmacies in Gisborne, and there's only 4 that actually do the vaccine passes. So you have Bramwell's Pharmacy, you have Harota Pharmacy, Sean Shivnan Pharmacy, and Pharmacy 53. Right. So they can also do your boosters there too. So a lot of our kaumatua have been asking about their booster shots. And so look, you can go there and they can do your vaccines passes as well as your boosters. Right. So that's something that they're you know, wanting all that information.
Yeah, information,
Okay, so I heard you were DJing for Turanga Health.
Yep.
How was that going?
Okay, so when Turanga Health, when we first heard about that COVID, Rewiti and the management team and Turanga Health decided, well, we're going to do the first drive-through for Gisborne. So we set up Harry Barker Reserve. I think that was on the 1st of September, I think, when we kicked it off. And so they approached me because of my DJ skills from way back. I'm an old school DJ.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do the anymore. You know, mine's the old school songs, and I like to converse and conversation with the people. And so they set me up in the Manaki space. So as they came through the Harry Barker Reserve, on a piece of paper they were given my work cell phone number. They would text a song to my cell phone. And time they got to the Manaki space, I had their song ready with their car registration number. So I could look down the line and say, okay, Mary's text me from car registration GYK. She'd like to hear Tom Patton with a song called Mary Had a Little Lamb or something like that, you know? So then when they got to their space, I would announce that over the microphone, and it's amazing, you know, they go, oh, that's my song, you know, that's what they wanted, having that. But then, of course, and we're very grateful for Tumai coming in and taking the Manaki space. So then I sort of stepped aside, and now they've got their own, and they take care of the Manaki, the catering and the entertainment. So yeah. And it gives me time, frees me up more time for the kaumatua now. So.
True.
Cool. So ngā mihi for coming. Super honoured to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. After the break, we have Alex from the Gisborne Council here to talk about What's Up Rangatahi and to talk about their campaign.
Okay, team. What have we got?
Imagine you're in space.
No.
How about a dark, stormy night, but you're the detective?
Why do we have to be so violent?
Could be a romance. And they lived happily ever after.
My turn.
Welcome back, everyone. We've got a very special guest with us. What's your name?
Hi everyone, I'm Alex and I'm from the GDC, Gisborne Council.
And what do you do in the GDC?
I am a summer student in the comms department.
Okay, nice. So you have a campaign called What's Up Rangatahi. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sweet. So pretty much What's Up Rangatahi is a campaign that I came up with to try and connect with Rangatahi in Te Tairawhiti. The council and the comms department, they wanted me to just find out a little bit about who Rangatahi are, so I thought surveys are, a good way to do that.
Okay. Yeah, and how are you getting these surveys actually out there?
So we have posters all around town, as well as links on our social media on Facebook and Instagram.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is the goal you're trying to achieve with this campaign?
So the goal would be to get as many entries in the survey as possible, just so we can get a nice range and broad rangatahi, and ideally get to know rangatahi a little bit more and what's important to them.
Okay. And so why are you doing this? Why is this important to you?
It's important to me because I'm rangatahi as well. I'm 21 and the council, it's, council and youth, there's not really that connection there, and I really want to kind of grow that and develop that a lot more as well and get to know rangatahi and what's important to them.
That's cool. So what do you want from the community and more specifically the rangatahi with this campaign?
Definitely just participating in the survey would be amazing and would show a lot of support. and really have them say what they want to say and what's important to them, and yeah.
So definitely like being honest on the survey.
Totally, like, you know, be honest, that's the best way to kind of grow, and yeah.
Yeah, okay. So last question, what can we expect from you and this campaign in the future?
So going forward, with all the responses to the survey, we'll look at it and be like, right, this is where we kind of need to look at more with youth, and how are we going to be able to engage with them in the future for next decision making in the council and have their voices be heard. So yeah.
That's all. That's really cool. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. That was amazing. Thanks for answering the questions. That's amazing.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing. Next up, we'll be sitting down and looking back at this year with our mayor, Rehette Stoltz. We'll see you after the break.
Awesome. That was scary.
A dark, stormy night. But you're the detective.
Why do we have to be so violent?
Could be a romance. And they lived happily ever after.
My turn.
Oh, okay, so we are back. That was an incredible interview by Lynn and interviewing Alex. That was so wonderful to hear what's happening for our rangatahi in Turanga Health. As you can see, we are joined with a very, very, very special guest. So she is our mayor. Rehette, please tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about, who are you outside of the mayor, outside of being a mayor?
So I am mother to Alex and Luke. They are 17 and 15, and to them I'm just the lady who makes the food and do the laundry and cook. Yep. And I have my lovely husband Dion. We've lived in Gisborne for the last 20 years. We came here on an OE as students 20 years ago for 4 months, and we just never left.
What made you fall in love with Gisborne?
Well, the beautiful sunshine, the fact that we could play tennis on the beach, that is what absolutely caught us.
Good selling
yes.
point.
So we love this place, we love the people here, and we cannot imagine living anywhere else in the world.
No, neither can I. And so this has been a pretty big year, right? It's been a really big year for a lot of people, 2021. I'd love to hear a little bit about what it was like for you as a mayor. What were some of the challenges that our community faced, and how are we doing in overcoming those challenges?
I think it's fair to say that this year has been financially, emotionally tough for everyone. We do need to think of our businesses that struggled. We do need to stand back though and look at the bigger picture, where the government tried to make sure, and are still doing that, that we are safe. And if you look at the stats around the world, we are in a very good position.
Yes.
But unfortunately, it also took its toll.
Yeah.
So this year has been tough for heaps of us. It's been tough for our businesses. It's been tough for our school kids. I saw with Alex and Luke, not being able to go to school, having to study from home with me as the headmaster of the school. It was not always great, but going forward, I think we're in a good position. We have high vaccination rates. We still need to get it higher, but I think going forward, we need to just make sure we support each other. It's been tough for everyone. Look out for each other. We might not always agree on everything, but let's be respectful and look out and make sure our friends and our whānau are safe and healthy. And one thing that I want to stress as well, the COVID has taken a mental health toll on lots of our younger ones, lots of our business owners, people that might have poor health. So just make sure you check in on your neighbours, someone that might be alone. Just reach out.
Yeah, reach out. I think that's such an important message. Yeah, comes down to kindness and love, and looking after our neighbours. So as we know, this year was hard, but what were some of the biggest wins, would you say, for Turanga Nui Akiwa?
Well, I just think us getting through this year, we should give ourselves a big tick. We started off very slow with our vaccination campaign. It was tough on our health providers.
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to all of them. They have been working for 10 months non-stop, every day, every Saturday, every Sunday, making vaccinations available right from here to up the coast. Because sometimes when people ask about our vaccination rates, they do say, but why are you so slow? And I say to them, just remember, when you talk about Gisborne, we are not just Gisborne City. Te Tairawhiti stretch up 3.5 hours north. So we have a big area to cover. So I do want to say we did that really well. We reached out, we made vaccinations available for people where they wanted to have it. And I also think we looked after everyone. As a council, we reached out and said, if you have any issues paying your rates bill or you have other issues, come and see us.
Right.
Let's be reasonable. Let's reach out. We are all in this together.
There we go, we're all in this together. And so what do you want to see, what do you really want to see in 2022? What are some things that Gisborne can look forward to?
Hopefully we all settle down a bit. I think the most important thing for us is to normalise the fact that we're going to live with COVID in our community.
Right.
Everyone is tired to talk about COVID. We're all COVID fatigued, but it is part of our lives. So I think the most important for us is to make sure, especially over this little break period, we get our whānau ready, we have discussions. What are you going to do if your whānau have COVID and you have to stay home?
Right.
Do you have someone that you can reach out? Can groceries be delivered to your house?
Right.
Do you have some basic health care? So to me, for us, we need to be ready that we are going to live with COVID. It's sooner or later, it's going to be like the flu. But for now, there's still a little bit of high alert, but we can all play our part. Get vaccinated and be ready.
And aside from COVID-19 and all of that, what are some other big wins? Like, I know that we had that rainbow crossing, and I know that that's a really small thing, but it's actually quite a big thing for a big community of ours.
It is a big thing because the Gisborne District Council want to be a council that serve and walk alongside everyone in this town. Every person in Te Tairawhiti deserves to live a good life. So it was an honour to open the walk, and I was just in town and everyone loved it. Kids love running over it. But most importantly, we are sending a message. We are inclusive, we respect diversity. Everyone have a place in the sun in Te Tairawhiti. And then obviously the fabulous Olympic pools.
Oh yes!
So yes, get your togs ready.
Oh my gosh.
I did put out a challenge to all councillors that we will be going down the hydro slide when it opens up. So this is again a warning to all councillors, get your togs or your /wetsuit ready. We'll be going down that hydro slide. So we're looking at March 2023.
March 2023.
So 2022 will be construction here, but you will slowly see that happening, and it's going to be awesome.
Yes, and also the whare on top of Titirangi. What's the update on that?
So much happening. So we are talking with Ngāti Onione. There's a lot of work happening. We've got the 1,000-year bridge happening. So there's heaps happening. So even though we deal with some stuff like COVID and on the side, we still all have our businesses to run, our families to look after. And so 2022, hopefully, will be kind to us all.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your mahi, Rehette, and for coming and taking time out of your day to come and speak to us. It's a real honour, actually, to be able to actually talk with you in front of the camera for the first time.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you for having me. It was real fun hanging out with you.
Oh, thank you. All right, so we'll be back right after this ad break.
Kia ora all.
Here we go.
Summer. And I'm here to not only wish you a mean summer, but a safe summer. One too many accidents and crashes happen this time of year. So when you're out on your travels, make sure you've sussed that sober driver. Remember, it's not just your summer, it's our summer too. So drive sober.
Right. All right.
So yeah, welcome back everyone. That was an amazing show with
Totally.
so many amazing guests.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Those interviews were just amazing.
Chef's
Amazing.
kiss. No, yeah, so tell me, because I wasn't here for the interview with Alex,
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about how that went.
Okay, that was so good. So definitely she's saying she wants all rangatahi, definitely like if you're watching right now, please go do the survey. It'll help it'll help them out like a bunch. It's amazing. So they're really asking honest opinions from all the rangatahi here in Gisborne, just to see what the council can do for the youth specifically, because there isn't a lot of engagement with that, and it's just such an amazing campaign.
Oh, I'm excited to see it roll out. And so that survey's up at the moment, is it?
Yeah, it's up at the moment on their Facebook page and another page that I can't remember, but there's also QR codes on posters all over town, so just scan it with your phone and it'll take you to the survey.
Oh no.
And it's a really cool, like, interactive survey. I did it. It's so cool. It's like you're texting someone.
Oh, okay.
It's so funny. It's amazing.
Oh,
but I wasn't here for the other two interviews. How did those go?
So,
That was awesome.
yeah, Walter
Yeah.
the Whiz Walsh. How did that go?
Man can speak.
Man can speak, honestly. Yep, throw him a bone and boom, he's away. Yeah. No, Walter was a really good interview. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I love what he's doing for the kaumatua in our community, and especially regarding vaccinations and stuff. He just has that aura, you know, where it's just like he makes everything feel really comfortable, and I think that's really important when it comes to vaccinations and
And it just
stuff.
flows out, eh?
Totally.
It just comes out like it's just like a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Amazing, eh?
Well, natural. He's a natural, and he's been doing it for a long time. He's got that night show, I know, Turanga FM. So he loves taking requests, I hear. So keep an eye out for that. And then we also had Rehette Stoltz.
I
Yes,
know.
the mayor. Yeah,
Amazing, amazing kordero from her, eh?
Totally. She's such a polished woman. I was really honoured to be able to interview her, actually. Yeah. No, she talked about all of the exciting things that are happening in Turanganuiakiwa. It's a great reminder as to, you know, like, even though all of this COVID stuff is quite daunting for a lot of us, it's good to have that reminder that there's actually some really amazing things, like the Olympic pools. Are you going to go to that?
Excited about that.
Yeah.
Just like, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, totally. Sweet as. So thank you everybody for tuning in to today's episode. Do not forget to like, subscribe and comment down below so that you don't miss an episode. We really appreciate your support. I suppose we'll be back after the New Year's, right?
Yeah, we'll be back.
Stay safe,
we all need a
whānau.
bit of a break.
Yes.
Yeah. Stay safe, whānau.
Haere from all of us at Rangai Studios, and remember, he aha te mea nui o te ao.
He tangata, he tangata, he tangata.